What's up, guys? First of all, I want to say I know this video is not going to get any views comparatively to my other videos, just because this isn't going to be a challenge, this isn't going to be an insane crazy video, this is going to be a video that means a lot to me. And for some reason, whatever, YouTube only likes superficial stuff. Like, if a video means something to me, it usually flops. But because it is the last week of 2018, I wanted to do a top 10 moments of 2018 that showed that I lived beyond the norm. And I know I always talk about this whole beyond the norm situation, but I wanted to let you guys know like the day that all started to kind of give you some context of why I always say that before I start this whole thing. You all know, if you've watched my videos, that I was basically the definition of average and the definition of normal back in the day. When I was a kid, I was never the best at anything, I was never the worst, I was never the most popular, and never was the least popular. And I was a middle child. I just always felt like I was plain, you know? And because of that fact and the way I acted and I wanted everyone to like me, not many people knew who I was. I was just another person in the crowd. So I always thought I was gonna be normal. But I started thinking about that a lot, and through all of our stories, like I've told you guys before, through wanting to be confident, wanting to do something different, wanting to beat this game of life that everyone's trying to compete in, I figured it out. The one thing that made me different was my mindset on life. And to bring it all full circle, to kind of explain to you where it all began, I was talking to my dad one day when I was 15 years old. He brought me into the kitchen and I said, "Dad, I need your help." I said, "Okay." I said, "Why am I so normal? I want to be more." And he looked at me and he said, "Sam, every single day you and Colby talk about confidence and getting better and going to the mall to learn social skills and to beat this game of life. Like, I've heard you say those things. Absolutely nothing that you're doing is normal." And he told me he could guarantee that no other 15-year-old thought the way I did. And that took me by surprise, and at that moment, that was one of the first times I've ever felt different and unique. That day showed me it felt really good not to feel normal. And so I promised myself from that day forward, I would try to break beyond the norm that society puts on you, to do it different. And that's where the whole slogan goes and the merch line and stuff like that. But moral of the story, I think 2018 shows better than any other year that I am not normal. So with that, I want to give you guys the top 10 moments why I think 2018 was beyond the norm. Now, first of all, I did a lot of crazy things, like I summoned demons, I went bald, I summoned more demons, I mean, I dyed my hair, I pierced my ears, and I summoned more demons. But then I cheated on my girlfriend with my best friend as a prank. And then I proposed to my girlfriend, again as a prank, and that kind of backfired. But I also cried on camera for the first time. And I also cried on camera for a second time. But even though all these were pretty significant points of my 2018 career, they weren't in the top memories of 2018. So here is my list. And I'm gonna start with, you know, the least important and kind of go, yeah, whatever, we figure it out, you know? All right, so ding, ding, ding. Starting with number 10, I think one of the funniest things I did in 2018 was one of the things I did in the way beginning back in February. I did a remake version of the song Take a Look at My Girlfriend. And for me, like, I don't sing, and you guys know that, and I suck at singing. Let me reiterate that. I do not want to become a singer, so don't judge. But that was a huge part of me getting outside of my comfort zone and doing something different, and it was just hilarious. Like, I got the whole house involved, I got my girlfriend helped sing with me, Jake edited this crazy retro music video, and I don't know, it was just a lot of fun, and just something I would have never thought I would have done before this. I know you guys might have differing opinions on my singing voice, but I thought it was pretty fun. Now, number 9. I gotta say, this one is hitting 1 million subscribers on this YouTube channel. Yes, I get it, it's just a number and you shouldn't really pay attention to the numbers, but this has been like a huge accomplishment in my life, because as of now, this is my only platform that I have ever hit 1 million anything on by myself. I know it's not like by myself, like my friends, my roommates, Colby especially, and you guys all helped me to get to that 1 million subscriber mark, but it's just cool to have something that's mine, something that I post on to talk about hit 1 million. And I thought that was like, yes, moment of my life. It possibly could have had to do with me asking demons for 1 million subscribers, but I'm gonna think it was just the video. Alright, cool. Got it. Alright, the 8th moment that made 2018 awesome was actually something that you guys didn't really get to see, and I'm sorry about that, but it was the cruise. Now, you heard about that a little bit, but for the prank war, and the winning of the prank war, we all went on a cruise as a house. And let me tell you, that was one of the most fun weeks of my life, much less 2018. And one of the main reasons for that is it was like the closest we'd ever been as a house. Like, everything always has to do with social media, but we put down our phones for a whole 7 days. That's a big deal for us. And we just became friends. Like I said, it was the closest we had ever been, and I finally got away from the judgment and worry of social media. No offense to you guys, but it just felt good to like get away from it all and just live in the moment. Also, I almost won a booty shaking contest, and we destroyed it at karaoke, so that's probably part of it, or most of it. Speaking of trips, the 7th part of 2018 that was amazing was all the travel. Guys, this is insane, but for the last 8 months, yes, 8 months, I have not been in a single city for more than 2 weeks at a time. What? I have filmed in Kansas, New Orleans, Texas, New York, Canada, New Mexico, Australia with Elton and Corey and Colby, South Africa with my family, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Florida, and then all the places we went on tour and on the cruise. Guys, it has been insane. I've been trying to see the world. I've seen more places in the past year of my life than I ever expected to, like, ever. Side note on that, I've also watched more movies because I've lived in airports than any other year of my life, so that was pretty cool too. I've also learned that I'm a rom-com type of guy. I don't know. I like those pretty happy endings. Anyway, number 6 has to do with that New Orleans trip that I just mentioned. Now, we went on that trip not to film, although we filmed some SamGolbach videos, but it was more for our annual trip with our high school best friends, Nate and Alex. Now, if you guys don't know, Nate and Alex has been Colby and I's best friends since freshman year of high school. And let me tell you, when you hang out with your high school friends, you literally feel like you're in high school again. It was great, like, blast from the past type of stuff. We went to New Orleans to this place called Bourbon Street, and if you don't know what that is, please do not look it up. You will probably be scarred at the things that I did there. But anyway, to give you a little idea, I saw more grandmas, peckers, and witches trying to cast spells on me than I was comfortable with. And then I danced to more throwback 90s music than I'd ever even heard in my life before. And trust me, every single bit of it I would not take back. It was, again, probably one of the best weeks of my life. And speaking of friendships, I would say for number 5, honestly, some of the best moments of 2018 happened in this house. I know you guys have seen the big videos, you know, like when David Dobrik comes over and flamethrowers our house or throws 10,000 pounds of ice in our pool, whatever. We also like just play a bunch of games. We always film those house videos and stupid pranks and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we also hang out as a family here like every single night. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm actually really gonna miss this house. We're starting to look to move out here in a couple weeks. And let me tell you, living with 5, sometimes 10, depending on the day, people in a house is crazy and hectic, but it's also really, really fun. And I just want to say to everyone that has lived in this house, you know, Colby, Jake, Elton, Aaron, Corey, and Devin, trust me guys, we're gonna look back in 20 years on this house and be like, holy crap, this was amazing. A bunch of 20-year-olds to have a 7-bedroom house, to throw parties, to hang out every night with a bunch of YouTubers. Guys, we were lucky, and I will never forget it. And one thing I will never forget with these roommates is number 4, one of the crazy experiences of my entire life, the night at the Queen Mary. I know not a single one of these roommates will forget that night because of the way that it changed our lives as an experience together. I know you guys remember the videos, but now I started believing in religion again because of that video. I started questioning the things that I do on my YouTube channel and taking just things I do as a joke a lot more seriously. But the end-all thing that I learned was because of Queen Mary that taught me that even if I don't know exactly what it is, I know for a fact there's something beyond us. But I don't want to get too serious on you guys, so let's bring it back to probably the happiest, most humbling part of my entire life, and that was tour. Holy crap, that was amazing. Meeting you guys all summer felt like a huge reset on my life, on the way I think of things. Like, it was so just refreshing, you know? I used to do other shows, but this one was just Colby and I, and having 12 sold out shows of you guys to come say hi and to hug us was just freaking surreal. Like, can you imagine that? From my perspective, who's never done that before. I finally got to put names and faces to all these numbers, and it was just like, wow, it gave me a whole new appreciation for YouTube and like life in general. Like a new appreciation for you guys. Like, holy crap, thank you. I literally had never imagined when I was a kid to be in this position, and now I'm like up on stage talking to you guys, taking pictures, hearing your stories and what you're up to. Like, I finally got to meet a part of my family. Trust me, definitely going to do that again. That was amazing. But along with the tour and the travel, there's something that you guys don't get to see, and that's when we're off stage. No cameras, no like YouTube. And that is the countless hours that I spend with my best friend, Colby Brock. So at number 2, for 2018, I'm gonna put Colby and I's car conversations. If you guys could hear the things that we talk about in our long hour drives from exploration to exploration, or airplanes, or late night at hotel rooms, you guys would probably view us very differently. But those are the times that I see a different side to both of us, because there's no, I don't know what that was. There's no Los Angeles, no cameras, no friends to talk business with. It's literally just two friends figuring out the world together. And in those conversations, those times, that's when I realized that I will never have a better friend than Colby Brock. And let me get this straight, Colby and I are very, very different people, and we've understood that and realized that more and more every single year. But we did come to one conclusion. Yes, we are smart, we're capable people, we think different than most other people, but we need each other. There is absolutely, categorically no way that we could have done what we've done by ourselves. I need him, and he needs me. And that is something that I learned life is all about. So with that being said, at number 1, for the best parts of 2018, it's when I realized that I could not do this alone. Life is about experiences, yeah, but it's more about who you're experiencing it with. Whether that be the people that you're watching on YouTube doing their adventures, or experiencing it with roommates, whether it's your best friends, your girlfriends, your supporters, anyone. 2018 has taught me that I am not on this planet for myself. And if I ever was, I was doing it wrong. If my goal was to go beyond the norm, I can't expect to get anywhere without other people. So to every single person who has impacted my life in 2018, thank you. And good luck in 2019. You got this.